Good evening, everyone, and welcome back to TCR Trinity Competitive Racing. We've got more action coming your way here tonight because we are back under the floodlights of Bahrain with the Platinum class. And we've got a bunch of drivers already heading out there. This is a great track. We've already seen two classes of drivers here, silver and gold, in the last couple of days, battle it out in very, very close competitive battles into every single corner, and even brought it down to the last couple of laps for the win of the race here last night in golden class. Tonight, as I said, it's platinum class, and with you in the booth is myself, BLIN-MACHINE, and with me tonight again, making his return for the second time into TCR commentary, it's Fabregas. How you doing?
Doing really well. I'm really excited to be here. Looking forward to a great race. This is the Platinum class of TCR, so we're at the pinnacle of the TCR group. Bunch of great drivers in here. We've got winners of the last couple races in here in Season 8 and Season 9, so really looking forward to this race. Really excited to get this underway.
Yeah, absolutely, and I'm excited as well to be back commentating on a full season race again. We did a preseason a couple of times together, but it's nothing like the real thing. So we've got the damage turned on, we've got no ghosting, none of that kind of stuff, and no assists for this year in Season 10 of Platinum Class. These guys cannot even use the racing line anymore, or not even corner racing line, and nothing. It's just down to yourself, your reflexes, your reaction times, and your ability to drive one of these cars around one of these tracks. Every single week is going to be a different track, and it's going to be a different challenge. So far, we're watching 007 Skywalker as he is completing so far a very good first sector and heading into the second sector, up the hill into turns 8 and 10 and 9 and 10, sorry, and now going into 10 and opening up the DRS, and he's getting a little bit of a slipstream on Fatal 302. He's actually trying to get behind him and get that slipstream, and now up the hill into turn 11. It's a nice little flowing corner, and now we're going into turn 12, and coming up is going to be the exit of turn 13, which our stewards are going to be watching for. Fabregas, can you tell us a little bit more about our corner cutting and extension rules for this year?
Well, I think what we're going to do is we're going to keep it, it's going to depend on tracks, but especially at this track, we're going to keep it on regular, as far as I understand, because some of it is just a little too harsh when it's definitely on strict. But we are going to be watching for definitely track extensions going into turns 1, turns 4, and then corner cutting in turns 2 and 10, really, and then obviously extending track limits around turn 13 and 15. So what we're really talking about is don't go too far wide. As long as you can keep, 2 tires or at least 1 tire on the red and white line, as long as you don't go outside of that, and then when track limits are concerned, as long as you don't put all 4 tires inside of the white line on the inside tire. So that's really what we're looking at as far as track limits are concerned. I think the stewards are going to be watching. Other drivers can be able to report, but, however, we are going to have to consider the fact that any track limits or corner cutting that is set out by the regular corner cuttings in the first place, they cannot be disputed. They're going to be upheld, and they're not going to be taken away unless obviously a situation where somebody does get a warning or a penalty for somebody pushing them off the track. So that's what we're going to be looking for, and really looking forward to it. I think that's the right call, in my opinion. I've been kind of a component of both. Some people don't like the strict on some races, but everybody has to follow by the same rules. However, I do think that the game is a little bit harsh at times on some of the track limits.
And there you have it. So basically we're going to be watching for the drivers to use as much of the track as they can, but without really taking advantage of the niceness of our stewards. And we're watching as W gets a pretty good run there through 12 and 13, getting a nice smooth exit on the outside curbs there, using up the curbs exactly as much as you need to. One thing that I did also want to bring up, and you did mention it there briefly, is the fact that it's not going to be the regular corner cutting rules for every track. It's only going to be certain tracks that we're going to be doing this for, and you know, so far we've only decided on the first 4 races. And I know that last night we had a little bit of drivers not really loving the idea of having that. But again, a reminder, we're going to be evaluating this on a Grand Prix basis. And I think so far it's done very well for the competitiveness of the grid, especially last night in Golden Class. I think it really opened up the race for everyone, and it really allowed for, you know, the racing and the strategies to play out instead of, you know, the penalties deciding the end results there. And so far we've had the first round of drivers completing their laps, and it looks like Kersey is currently on the pole with 125.2. Very closely followed by Sequit with a 125.371. Seafreeze is currently sitting at 125.5. Breezy 125.6. Tasmanian Devil 125.7. Go To Guy 125.8. And you can pretty much catch the drift from there. Chatty Duck 125.9, but then Sean and 007 Skywalker very, very close to Chatty Duck there. So the fight for 7th down to 9th is very close right now. Breezy is not going to wait around for too long. He is going out there on another set, on another lap. Actually, no, sorry, he's going out on an old set. So he's running a second lap on an old set of soft tires. You know, in terms of strategy here, we've already seen a bunch of different strategies over the last couple of Grand Prix, but Fabregas, what would you say you would think is the quickest one or the ultimate strategy around this track?
Well, it's definitely going to be difficult depending on everyone's driving style, first of all. If they really want to push, then they can probably do soft mediums around here. But that's definitely a guaranteed 2-stop. However, everybody's probably going to qualify on the softs unless they're already outside of the top 10 and realize that they're not going to be able to. However, me personally, I think the hard tires do really well around here, and I like the hard tire compound around here, especially if you try to make them last, and you have a lot of long straights, so your tires don't burn up, and as long as you know, don't use your rear end too much, and you keep a nice stiff suspension there, you should be just fine with the hard tires. Maybe you know, drop your tire pressures just a little bit to give them a little bit more fuel so they don't get too hot. But that's my strategy around there. I really do like the hard tires. So I think everybody qualifying on the softs, it's possible they can do a one-stop strategy going soft to hard. I'm not sure, you know, how all the drivers feel, though. If they really want to push and get ahead, maybe a 2-stop strategy might be better, especially if you're going to lose, you know, a couple seconds per lap, you know, at the end of the first soft run and then your second soft run and then behind a little bit on your mediums, of course. So if you can make up those times doing soft to hards, it's possible. But, again, I think it's very, very close to where those times come in lap to lap to lap. Especially when you get into laps 17, 18, 19. You might have somebody run the hard tires, and then there might be a safety car, and then they want to put on a set of soft tires for the last 6 or 7 laps. That could be very beneficial. So everything can change. It's always a fluid situation, and I'm really looking forward to see what these drivers are going to commit to.
And we are watching on board here with TCR Breezy as he is using a slightly used set of soft tires to go around for another lap here. So far, I did see him improve his own time in the first sector, and he's just coming to the end of the second sector now. Oh, he is definitely own time. He's 0.3 down on his current time right now. Looks like Kersey is heading out there on another outlap as well, and so is Go To Guy. So a couple of people going out there again, trying to complete another quicker lap, trying to steal that pole position currently from Kersey. And we've got some very, very heavy hitters there. There goes Breezy into a 125.2. That is very, very quick, and we've still got 8 minutes of qualifying here. Let's switch on board with Kersey here. How quick is he going to be coming to the end of his outlap right now? Who else do we have there? Seafreeze is out there. Tasmanian Devil, Go To Guy. W is coming out. End of the World, Fatal. A lot of people on track right now. Looks like a very, very busy time. In terms of giving yourself space in qualifying, Fabregas, do you have any tips on that, or do you do anything in particular on your outlap to make sure you give yourself some space?
Well, what I try to do is if I'm in the garage, and what I try to do is when I'm in the garage, again, like when I'm, if anybody coming in around in turn 13, if they're already past that, I won't go out. and then as soon as I see nobody in between turns 13 and 15, then I will go out. Kind of that's the way I work it. So I try to look at the track map and see who's where, and then if somebody's not to 13 yet, then I'll go out because I have enough time to actually get out of there. I have to get enough time to get around turns 1, 2, and then do 3 if I have to, and then get off to the side to let them come through. If they're already going into turns 15, 14, 15, then I will still go out because I know I will not impede them when I come out of the pit lane as they go into turn 1. That's my best strategy to do it. That's how I look at it. That's how I look at it on a lot of courses. I did want to touch on one other thing. We were talking about track limits earlier, and we were talking about how different races are going to change that. I think this race, obviously Austria, is going to be tough for track limits. That should probably be put on regular as well. But there's tracks like Brazil that you're not going to be cutting corners except for the S's at turns 1 and 2. So they should probably be on strict because it's really hard to cut those corners, and I think they're more lenient on those. But this track, I think they're a little bit out of bounds. So yeah, it's going to be interesting to see how TCR goes forward with the track limit. Yeah, riding on board with CRG Kersey right now. Looks like he's getting ready to set a hot lap, or just finished his lap, and just purpled the 3rd sector.
And I was watching Seafreeze there, who was going quite quickly as well, coming to the end of the 2nd sector. Now he lights it up in purple, and he's almost 2/10 down on Breezy's time. So he's going to be coming around the last couple of corners here on this track. It's really just one big corner that you got to get a good run. Oh, he goes really wide there, cutting the, I think it was corner 13 or 14. But comes to the line now and not improving too much on his time, only improving by a 10th. And he is still currently sitting in 4th place. Kersey right now is sitting in 2nd. Sean, a previous TCR champion, he is the winner of Season 5, if I'm not mistaken. So he is back here again and trying to win another good number for a season. You know, if you won Season 5 and Season 10, it's a good omen, right?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, I'm looking at Breezy and Seafreeze here. I mean, they're both multiple champions, 3 and 2 2 and 3 time champions respectively. And then both have proven themselves around this track. Also looking at Damaso, he was P6 here, and he got a podium in Germany just last season. So looking at a couple other guys around here, we've got Go-To Guy. He's a platinum champion as well, and he won this last season. So going to be good to see him. He's up in 5th place with a 125.5. Obviously, the times for the 2020 cars are going to be a little bit different. Obviously, the first race here in 2004 was won by the 2004 Ferraris of Schumacher and Barrichello, however you want to pronounce it, and their lap records was a 131.4. They've destroyed that already in qualifying here today, and I'm pretty sure we're probably going to see a fastest lap in the race right around that 128, maybe even a sub 128 into the 127.5 marks as far as fastest laps around here today. So that's going to be interesting. It looks like everybody has done their best laps on the softs, so everybody's going to start on that except they're outside of the top 10. One guy I want to look at is Flip Flop Fish. I know he's very, very fast, but maybe he's just kind of holding himself back just a little bit and going to prove his pace in the race.
Yeah, and I'm actually watching Chatty Duck as well. He very much impressed us in preseason. He was very, very quick in the tryouts for Platinum class. So here he is. He's currently sitting in 9th place. He is in the 125s though, which is very, very nice. He's one of the last people in the 125s with a 125.9 at the moment. But yeah, Flip Flop Fish is not too far behind, 126.2, currently on another outlap on a brand new set of soft tires. And it looks like the whole grid here is going for the soft tires. Nobody is electing to go for the starting on the mediums. So I think either they're all going to go for a really long, second stint on a one-stop, or they're going to have to commit to a two-stop strategy. And yeah, from last night and from Silver, I think we're in for another very, very close battling Grand Prix here. Here comes Flip Flop Fish starting out our lap. Let's walk you through a lap of Bahrain here as he's coming across the line here and running into turn 1 right now. He's gonna have to slam on the brakes and shift down all the way down to first gear and then upshifting very, very quickly into fourth gear. They're coming across the inside apex and he's on to the rundown into turn 4 now. That first succession of corners comes at you really quick, but it opens up to a nice little straight, gets a very wide run through corner 4, and now he's running into 5 and 6 and 7, and now corner 8. It's almost like a hairpin wide corner, and then he's coming around up the hill and running down into turn 9 and 10. It's really just one corner as we see it. You got to get a good run down. He gets a beautiful run out of the corner, opens up the DRS now, and you're on the back straight. This DRS zone, as we learned from last night's race, can't really overtake on it too much unless the driver in front makes a mistake, but you can definitely close in, as now Flip Flop Fish is coming through one of the most dangerous corners on this track. Turn 12, gets a purple second sector, and then getting a very nice run through turn 13 as well. On the rundown now to the last couple of corners here. It's currently sitting in 12th place, Flip Flop Fish, but how much can he improve here now? Last corner getting a little bit wide there, but getting early on the power. Great run, opening up the DRS now. Everything is got down to the line. Only good enough for 9th place at the moment, but jumping into 125.7, so not bad overall. Breezy is out there on another lap. Kersey is on an out lap. Sequid, Seafreeze, Go-To Guy, Tasmanian Devil, all of them are still going to be fighting for that pole position. And I'll tell you what, it's only 0.3 of a second right now between 5th place, or actually 6th place, and 1st. That's not much with track evolution, with brand new tires, with 0 fuel, well, I mean only 5 liters. You can definitely save up, you know, a couple of tenths for sure, maybe even those 3 tenths that you need to get on pole. So let's see, they're going to be coming across the line very quickly in quick succession. They're all going to be following each other, and we're going to be watching them to see who can beat Breezy. Closest to them right now at the moment is Kersey. He's also going to be the first one crossing the line here, and we're going to watch if he's got any sort of a chance of beating Breezy. Sequid is going to be running right behind him. Seafreeze is right behind him as well. Go-To Guy, Tasmanian Devil, all of them are out on track right now. It's a very busy track.
Yeah, I'm going to keep an eye on Tasmanian Devil because it looks like Breezy came in, and it looks like Tasmanian Devil had enough time to, he's going to be able to put in one more lap. A little bit of a lockup there in the turn 1, coming around turn 2. I tell you what, I was on board with Flip Flop Fish on that hot lap that he did to put him up at 125.7. But looking at it, looking at the times, they got 3 minutes left in qualifying here. Looking at the times, we've got 1 second separating 1 through 13 at the moment, and that is just absolutely ridiculous. It's actually less than that. It's 1 second separating 1 through 14 now. Looks like, I'm not sure who it was, but maybe it was failed UX that popped himself up into 10th place now. So well done by him. I think he overtook Chatty Duck there. Looks like Double U has now retired. He's not going to be able to, he didn't have time to put in another lap, so he's just going to stick there in 14th place. He's doing the entire strategy. But again, it looks like these guys, if you're going to go with the soft tires to start with, you're going to have to either commit to a 2-stop. Do you want to put on the mediums first and then go with a set of softs near the end, or do you want to ride those hard tires out as possible? Of course, we don't want anything to happen like in 2014 where Rosberg and Hamilton pretty much dueled out the whole race, but then Gutierrez went upside down after his little being hit by Maldonado into turn 1. So that obviously brought out a safety car. That's the last thing we want to see. But Sequit just did a 124.8, and now we've got 2 drivers with CRG Kersey just did a sub 125 as well to take TCR Breezy out of the top. We're going to see how Tasmanian Devil comes.
And Seafreeze as well, he's just about to cross the line, and yeah, he's gonna stay in 6th.
So it looks like they didn't improve on that. Sequit, what a fantastic drive that was in that black Mercedes. What a beautiful car that is. I love his helmet with the red with the white stars on it. What a beautiful car that is, especially with that helmet. It really stands out. So he's going to be interesting to watch all race. He's a winner here as well, and I think a TCR champion as well. And
so
he's definitely got the
Sequit,
podium here.
yeah, he's not a champion, but he did win the He won the TCR GP, yeah, the very first running of it. But Sequid is going to be our pole sitter here tonight in Platinum class. He's stole the pole very, very late there with a 124.847 into the 124s for the first time in TCR Season 10 in Bahrain here. Nobody got into the 124s, neither in gold or silver. And then Kersey is second, Breezy third, Chatty Duck fourth, Sean in fifth, Seafreeze in sixth, Go To Guy in seventh, eighth is Tasmanian Devil, Skywalker, 007 is going to be ninth, Flip Flop Fish in 10th, Failed UX in 11th, FYKV in 12th, and Black Angel in 13th, W in 14th, and we will run through the grid one more time right before the start of the race to make sure that we cover everyone. But that was very, very close, and it literally came to the dying moments of qualifying there for somebody to take the pole away from Breezy. Very impressive so far already, even in qualifying, and now we're going to be getting ready for the race here. So this track is very, very tricky. It's definitely a quick one, but it's got some very tricky corners. A total of 15 turns, 5.4 kilometers to do one lap, or 3.3 miles, and we're going to be doing 29 laps of that here in 50% race conditions. We do have dynamic weather turned on, but I really doubt we're going to see anything here in terms of rain in Bahrain. It never rains.
Rain.
Yeah, it
in
never
Bahrain here.
Yeah.
We do have a formation lap, so I'm just going to step away for 1 second if you don't mind.
Sure thing, yeah. So we're going to have that formation lap here coming up in just a few more seconds. And yeah, the TCR lap record was actually broken here last night in Golden class. I can't really recall exactly who it was, but unfortunately Seafreeze does not get to keep it at the moment. He might be able to break it here tonight. So the predicted pit strategy is going to be a pit stop for pretty much everyone. Let's see if everybody is going to be keeping those tires on. No, so we do have some different tires fitted on. This is going to be great for us. So everybody from 10th and up is going to be running on the softs. Everybody from 10th and down or 11th and down is going to be running on the mediums at the start of the race here. And that means we're going to have a little bit of an interesting strategy game going on, as well as the racing itself. It's all gonna get turned upside down for those who are gonna have to make the two stops. Now, the soft runners could go for a one stop, but they're gonna have to stretch out a hard tire stint for quite a few laps, about 22 or 23 laps in total. It's a little bit tricky. You do start losing time towards the end of that stint, so I'm not sure if we're going to see a lot of the drivers go for it, but definitely some will. And just around through the grid again, Sequid stole pole position very, very late in qualifying. Kersey is going to be starting second on that front row. Breezy in third, your defending TCR Platinum Class champion. Chatty Duck, a new rookie recruit, getting jumped right into fourth position there. Great job from him. Sean, a previous champion of TCR, he's going to be starting in fifth position. Seafreeze in sixth. Go To Guy in seventh. Tasmanian Devil in eighth. 007 in ninth. SR Flip Flop Fish is going to be in 10th, and Failed UX in 11th place. We've got FYKV in 12th, Black Angel in KGB Black Angel in 13th, W in 14th, Damaso in 15th, GTR Lion in 16th, Nelzy Baby in 17th, Fatal 302 in 18th place, and then we've got End of the World rounding up the back of the grid in 19th. So let's get settled in. Grab a drink, grab a snack, whatever else you need, and let's get ready for what is going to be for sure an amazing season here in TCR. We're here tonight with Platinum Class in round 1 in Bahrain, and we've got all of our drivers completing their formation lap and rounding out the grid now, and we're going to get ready for racing in just a few seconds.
Yeah, looking forward to a fantastic race here today. Fantastic drivers. Pleasure to be here in the Platinum class of Trinity Competitive Racing. Really looking forward to this race tonight. It's going to be an excellent drive. Watch us down into turn 1 and see how everybody goes.
And there go the lights. We've got 3, 4, 5 lights on now. And we go racing in Bahrain. It's a pretty good start from Sequid there. He pulls ahead. It looks like there's an Alfa Romeo making some moves already. There's 5, 6 wide going down into turn wide. This is not going to turn out good. Let's see how this is going to turn out at the back of the grid. We've got some touching. We've got some rubbing of wheels, but it looks to be overall okay. Nobody's spinning out. And It looks like it was Go-To Guy who got that really beautiful start right off the line, and he's been making some positions, and still some battling towards the back now. Go-To Guy is now battling with 007. Behind them, there's Tasmanian Devil and KGB Black Angel trying to battle for their position. Flip-Flop Fish is up to 11th place right now, or down to 11th place right now, so he's really battling for positions there. Let's switch back to Tasmanian Devil now, as he's got Flip-Flop Fish on the outside of him, and he does move up into 10th position. I'm getting tongue-tied already at the start of this Grand Prix. There's so much going on. There's action everywhere, and it's a very good start so far. It looks like a couple of people are changing positions at the back there. FYKVW is going wide. The Masso has lost a position as well and dropping down to 18th place. Let's see how many positions people have gained or lost on the start here. It looks like Sean has gained a position up into 4th. Chatty Duck lost out to 5th. 007 gained a couple of positions. KGB Black Angel gained 4 positions on that start. And Flip-Flop Fish staying in the same position where he started. Nelsy Baby moving up a few positions as well. So already a very hectic start, but in a very good way. We didn't have any major accidents, but we did have some good battling already.
Yeah, I think it's been a great start to this race. Everybody kind of did get single file after they came around turns 4 or 5 there. Then going out in the really twisty bit of the first part of Sector 2. Looks like everybody got away cleanly and everybody's single filed now. So it's going to be interesting to see how these overtakes go. Strategies when it comes into who's going to burn some gas, who started heavy and wants to burn in rich fuel, somebody started light and who's going to run in regular fuel mixture. Obviously, some of the tire strategies we have around here, anybody that started on the mediums outside of the top 10 is going to definitely probably be looking for a one-stop on those mediums and then go into hards. But going to be interesting, some of these guys that started in the top 10 can probably run those softs and maybe go to hards. Again, we're talking about strategies here a little bit early for that, but yeah, fortunate that we didn't see any safety cars there down into turn 1, but we have to look at it. Everybody's within 1 second of each other, so we're going to look at a great race here tonight.
And Kersey is already trying to mount an attack on Sequid. He's not going to be waiting around. Breezy seems to be falling back a little bit, just by a few tenths of a second. Behind them, everybody's sort of settling in into their own pace already, except for some people back in 10th and 11th. Tasmanian Devil and KGB Black Angel very close to each other, but Kersey and Sequid are running very close to each other indeed, and Kersey wants that win. He doesn't want to give up Sequid too much space to run away, and he's going to be trying to close in on him as we're now going on to lap 2, and now Kersey and Breezy setting the fastest lap with a 129.8, so he's catching up on that slipstream behind both the first and second runner, and the DRS has now been enabled, so we're going to get some DRS action coming up right now as Kersey is going to come out of turn 2, opening up the DRS, and he's going to close in a little bit down on Sequid, our leader of the race currently in round 1 of season 10 of Platinum class. It's been one hell of a start. Everybody seemed to make it through it pretty easily. We didn't see any sort of pieces of front wings flying around or anything else like that. So yeah, I mean, that was quite clean from our Platinum class, considering they have no assists, no nothing, cold tires at the start of the race. Is it challenging, Fabregas?
Oh, I think it's very, very challenging, especially at the start of the race with the cold tires. You got to brake heavy into turn 1, and you need some hard grip on the rears as well. Coming out of turns 2 and 3, and another, your tires are going to cool once you get down into turns 4, and then you've got the twisty bit, what is probably the most difficult sector of sector 2. But yeah, everybody's been doing a great race so far. And one thing I did want to touch on, something that I think Kersey is doing the best that he can do, trying to keep up with Sequid at the moment, is trying to be in that slipstream and then get out of it. Because you're definitely going to lose some time with the dirty air coming off the cars in front of you, especially in the sector 2 sector that we were talking about. So,
oh, Tasmanian Devil, sorry to interrupt, he runs into the back of Flip-Flop Fish and he's got damage.
Well, it's definitely going to change his strategy. I mean, it looks like he had a great run on him coming out of the last turn, so I'm not sure if there was a little bit of... He looks like he wants to go down on the inside here, late on the brakes, a little bit of lockup. Left him a little bit of room as well, so I don't know if he's got room. He can cut that corner just a little bit. Now he's got somebody on the other side of him. Looks like Fish did the switchback on him real quick there as they drive down into turns 4 here. What a great race between those two guys. I definitely know those two guys. Been racing together for a long, long time against each other, so it's going to be great to watch that battle go on. Maybe Tasmanian Devil might be the first one to pit and dictate strategy, so that's going to be interesting to see as we carry forward.
And I just want to say a huge thank you to everybody watching already, all the viewers that are tuning in. Thank you so much for joining. Please subscribe to the channel, leave us a like, leave us a comment. Let us know what you guys are thinking. There are some comments coming in right now. Some people are cheering for Seafreeze, says William Lavoy. We have Matthew cheering for Nelzy and KGB. Stephen Jones says, let's go McLaren. Domenico Puro says, go Fatal. Nelzy Baby says, yeah, he couldn't get a clean lap, so some people are already complaining about their racing, even on our own chat here. I really appreciate everybody watching. Keep the comments coming. Let us know if there's anybody else that you want to see. I'll tell you who I'm watching at right now. KGB Black Angel, he is closing in on Tasmanian Devil, but in front of them, 007 Skywalker, I'm used to calling him 007 Professional. He is very, very close on Go-To Guy. I think he's going to make a move now into turn 1. He definitely is going to make that move. Let's see if it's going to make it stick. Go-To Guy is probably going to try and stick it through a switchback on corner 2, and he's not gonna make that one work, but he is gonna have the DRS on 007 now, but he's already a couple of tenths ahead of him now. Very good overtake there, very clean from 007 Skywalker, and KGB Black Angel is still on the back of Flip Flop Fish, who is only one position up from where he started. He's up into 9th place, but he's running a pretty clean race, all things considered so far, so he's gonna be in a very good position later on. Up at the front, let's not forget about this battle. So we've got the top 3 here, even the top 4 really, running very, very close together. Sequit still leading this Grand Prix after starting in pole position, and he is a couple of tenths ahead of CRG Kersey. Behind them is TCR Breezy, who is the defending champion of this Platinum class, and behind them is Sean, who is the Season 5 champion of this Platinum class. So we've definitely got some very, very heavy hitters up at the front. Chatty Duck, unfortunately, starting at 4th, dropping down to 6th place, so he lost out in the starting phases there. Yeah, I mean, what does it really take, from your perspective, Fabregas, to gain positions off the start cleanly without losing your front wing?
Well, I mean, you just got to be very cognizant of what's going on in front of you and behind you straight at the start, especially in the first 2 or 3 laps. As soon as you get DRS, people behind you might have it as well. You just have to be cognizant of everything going on around you. Again, trying to stay out of the dirty air in the twisty sections and trying to get in that slipstream in the straight sections. Well, interesting to see how they've been doing. I was looking at TCR Seafreeze here. It looks like he's dropped off just a little bit, but see, I'm not sure if this isn't part of his strategy. He's maybe trying to conserve a little bit of fuel, a little bit of energy, and save those soft tires so that he can do a 1-stop where everybody else is going to commit to a 2-stop now if they've been pushing. So it's going to be interesting to see how they do their strategies here. I did want to mention that racing point of Skywalker, and what a great move that was on Go-To Guy. It looks like he is definitely pushed up a little bit. He wants to make a move on Chatty Duck here as they get ready to head down in turn 11. I don't think the DRS is going to be able to enable that, but definitely if he can close up a 10th and Chatty goes a little bit wide, it's just going to be really interesting to see if he can actually make a move around the outside of 13th and 14 here. I'm sorry, 11, 12, 13 before they get to the last section of 14, 15. Now he's going to get DRS again right after turns 14 and 15. So if he can make that move stick down in turn 1, that's something we need to keep an eye on. But I'm looking at the deltas between each other. What a great race that we have going on. There's battles going on everywhere, all through the pack. Looks like Tasmanian Devil's a little bit behind, but let's Sequit and KGR
battle at the front,
really
yeah,
going at it side by side.
Yeah, Kersey and Sequit, they're side by side. They were switching position down the front, down the straight of the start finish straight, and now they're side by side. And this is also letting TCR Breezy right into it. There goes Sequit back into the first position. Kersey's gonna go on the outside now into the next corner, and he's not gonna have the space. He's gonna have to stick. There's a tiny little touch there on the back, but no damage done for any of the cars. It looks like Sean has pitted in the meantime, and we had another pit from somebody else there. Let's pull up the stops. It looks like Sean, Chatty Duck, and Tasmanian Devil, all three of them have pitted, and they pitted only in lap 7, on the starting of lap 7. Oh, Kersey there going down the inside now on the back straight. They're still battling side by side, but I was gonna say those three, they stopped very early, and they've dropped to the very back of the grid with that stop. That just shows you how close these guys are, as Kersey goes into the lead of this race now, overtaking down into the entry of turn 11, doing a very beautiful move there, and now Sequid is going to try and catch up, going a little bit wide on the exit there, Kersey, but keeping within the rules and within the regulations of this particular track for Season 10 with the regular track enabled for track extensions. We're just letting people use those outside red and white curbs as long as you don't take all four wheels off of it. Sequid goes into the pits now, and that promotes Breezy up into second place. Let's see what sort of tire Sequid is going to put on. He's going for the medium. That means he's committing for a two-stop strategy here, going for a medium and then to another soft tire. We've got more people pitting. TCR Freeze, he's going on to the hard. He's being held in the pits for somebody that was coming in. That's going to hurt his time a little bit. He's definitely not going to be happy with that. Go-to guy is going on the hard tires as well. So that means all of those guys are going on the one stop. So that's Sean, that's Seafreeze, and go-to guys so far going on the hard tire, and the rest of the people that have stopped has gone on the mediums. So far, those who haven't stopped are 007, TCR, Breezy, and CRG Kersey. They're all running in the first, second, and third place. That was very exciting. All those stops came out of nowhere and very, very quickly, and I just had to catch up with all of the tires that everyone was putting on. How long do you think CRG Kersey and Breezy can take this battle before they have to pit and respond to what just happened there?
Well, I think the longer they stay out on these soft tires is the more it's going to hurt them, to be honest. Doing 8 laps on the tires that they qualified on is going to be really, really difficult. However, we don't really know, because they may have, gone on a bunch of soft tires, but it's where they set their fastest lap and where they qualified at. So they may have done that, with 10 minutes left in qualifying, and those are soft tires. They could have put on another set of soft tires and not done it. But I do think that it was Kersey and but now Kersey is down in the pits. I think Breezy's going to follow him. That's going to put Skywalker. He's going in.
No, Fatal! He spun out and he rejoined very, very dangerously onto the track, and he hit a couple more people. Chatty Duck got involved in that. It looks like, I'm not sure who else it was, but there's a couple of people that hit him, and we got it on the stream here. It was very, very, very scary there from Fatal. That spin, he doesn't seem to have any damage, but he definitely hurt some people. Chatty Duck is now dropping positions very quickly. Skywalker is into the pits. I'm so sorry to interrupt you there, Fabregas. That it happened also quickly. It looks like Sequid was hurt in that. Sequid is coming in to change his front wing.
And he's put on the hard tires as well, so he's going to lose about 5 or 6 seconds here. I think that was his second pit stop, though. I thought Sequid already came in, put on the medium tires. Now he's going to put on the hards to try to take them the rest of the way. But again, now we're going to see it. Maybe he should have put on the soft tires or mediums again. Obviously, pit strategies obviously are going to change. There is a yellow flag. It did look like Fatal decided to do a DNF there. I don't know where he parked his car and if that's going to call out a safety car. It doesn't look like it is. What a great race we have had. We've got a split of End of the World and Damaso, who have not stopped yet, where KGR, Kersey, and Breezy and Sean have different strategies as tires. Those 3 guys in the middle in 7th, 8th, and 9th right now, where it looks like Failed and Nelsie, one of the drivers that I said to look out for at the beginning, starting on those medium tires. He knows how to make his tires last a lot of it. But really unfortunate that we see Flip Flop Fish, Go-To Guy, and Tasmanian Devil and Sequid, and even Chatty Duck all the way at the back now. Sequid and Chatty Duck having 2 stops already at the back, along with some of the front runners at the beginning, and some of the favorites to win this race.
Yeah, and Sequid, I mean, that was so unfortunate for him. As soon as I switched over on board with Fatal 302, I saw that he was spinning through the second sector, and as his car spun back onto the track, it looked like Sequid and Chatty Duck went on each side of him and unfortunately hit the front and the back of his car. Fatal then decided to retire in the pits, but his AI decided to keep on driving, and there goes Breezy down the inside of W, moving through the positions very quickly down there through, I think it was turns 4 and 5. Very impressive. Oh, and now Sean is going to go down the inside of W into turn 8 there as well. So very impressive move from Sean, and W lost out on a couple of positions in a matter matter of a couple of laps. I'll tell you one thing, Kersey and Breezy, they were up at the front before they pitted. They don't have any damage. They are committing to the one-stop strategy, going onto the hard tire, and they're making their way through the positions very quickly. Now Kersey is trying to make his move on FYKV already, so he's gonna be trying to move himself up into 5th position, just a couple of laps after he pitted. Do you think this and also Sequid having the damage that it was so unfortunate for him and having to pit again, you think this is gonna play into the hands of Kersey and Breezy towards the end of the race here?
I do believe it is. At the moment, I think the guys that are started on their medium tires are going to try to run them as long as they can. As we do have Kersey now going down on the inside of Fike into turn 1 here, but he's also got that hard Breezy right behind him, those two guys on the hard tires. I think that's the right idea, because it looks like the hard tires that are nice and fresh are
oh no! Breezy and FYKV!
Like a Ferrari.
They're both off! They were both off! It was Breezy trying to overtake FYKV coming around turn 2 and 3, and they just got tangled with the front to back.
Breezy out. Oh my god, that's
Breezy is out. FYKV has no front wing. And we have the safety car here on lap 11 of 29, the first one in season 10 in Platinum class, coming out in Bahrain in round 1. What a heavy incident that was, and this is gonna change everything completely. Let's see what everybody out in the front is gonna do, because this is gonna play into their hands beautifully. What do you do at this moment if you were Nailsy or failed?
Oh, and I'm going to come in right now and I'll put on a set of hard tires and go the rest of the way. Like we were just talking about, like everybody on the medium tires, it looked like the people that put on that were running the mediums and they had started on the mediums were actually losing time to the guys on the hard, fresh tires. So it's going to be really interesting to see what they do. I'm expecting Nelsie, Failed, GTR Lion, and Black Angel to come in and definitely pit for a set of hards if they're all on the mediums. I'm not quite sure that they all are, but it looks like they are. Sean's already done a one-stop. He's on his hard tires, so he should come out in first place. So it's going to be interesting to see how they try to deal with the rest of the race. W has not pit yet, so he's going to have to pit now. Kersey, though, on his hard tires already, he's going to stay out. So he might be able to move up just a little bit. Looks like he just passed somebody under a safety car. I don't think that's allowed. But it looked like maybe they were slowing down anyway, so that's going to be interesting to see. Everybody is in the pits. Looks like everybody has pit. Everybody with a two-stop, though. Sequick and Chatty Duck, Flip-Flop Fish, Tasmanian Devil. I think it might benefit them as well, even though they just both went into the pits. Maybe they're going to put on a set of mediums and go the rest of the way. I do think you can take a set of mediums about 16, 17 laps around here if you want to. I don't know that you're not going to wear them out by the end and lose time to the hard tires. It's going to be interesting to see.
Well, also considering you're going to be on the safety car for at least 2 or 3 laps, so, you know, you're really saving your tires for those 2 or 3 laps, and they help you out towards the end of the race. But oh my goodness, that was a very hectic and very unexpected turn to the race. I mean, everybody was sort of running their own race, but I think it was down to the fact that the gaps between, you know, first to all the way to like 12th was maybe only about 5 seconds. So when people pitted, they came out way towards the back, had to make their way through the people that haven't pitted yet, and that created all these crazy situations that we just saw, and that includes Fatal, who unfortunately is now a DNF, Breezy, who got caught up trying to overtake FYKV. FYKV then had to pit. Breezy retired with massive damage. Our defending champion out in the first round of season 10. That is going to be absolutely incredible. Now this is going to be a good time to take a look at the position changes. So CRG Kersey running in first right now after starting second. Sean is up into second after starting third. Seafreeze up into third after starting sixth. Failed UX up into fourth after starting 11th on the grid. Nailsy Baby doing an extremely amazing job here, rising up to 5th place, all the way from 17th in qualifying. That is absolutely incredible. Skywalker 007 making 3 places up as well from his position of 9th at the start. Go-to guy staying exactly where he started, 7th place at the moment, 7th place at the start. GTR Lion making an incredible rise as well, 8 positions up from 16th. KGB, Black Angel, W, and the Masso, all 4 positions up from where they started. End of the World, 7 positions up. And then we've got some people that unfortunately got caught up by these incidents and got hurt by them. And that would be Tasmanian Devil, Flip Flop Fish, FYKV, Chatty Duck, and Sequit. I do remind you, Sequit qualified in pole position and was running in the lead of this Grand Prix for most of it until unfortunately getting caught up there in an incident earlier on in the race. So we are now under safety car on lap 13. I think the safety car might be peeling back in very, very shortly here, and we're going to be back on racing. It looks like all of our all of our leaders and everybody who decided to pit, they're all running on the hard tires all the way from 1st to 12th place. Tasmanian Devil is on the medium, Flip Flop Fish is on the hard, FYKV on the soft, Chatty Duck on the hard, and Sequit on a medium tire. And we've got 2 DNFs, Fatal and TCR Breezy, unfortunately. Wow, what an exciting first half of this race.
I really got to tell you, we've got half of the race left to go, and actually looking at the position changes and everything that's happened, I'm being a math guy, and what I really like to look
my goodness,
at,
I'm sorry, drama under safety car.
A collision.
There's Kersey made there's a couple of people that made some contact there. I saw pieces of front wings flying, and safety car is coming in on this lap.
I'm not sure how that happened, but we have a beautiful bell curve
Failed
going
is
on
missing all of his front wing.
Going on, yeah. I mean, he must have ran straight in the back of Kersey there, and I don't know why. Kersey's been doing nothing but going side to side, keeping those hard tires as warm as possible. And now it's up to him he's the safety car effectively. So if that happened, then I'm really, it sucks that it did happen, but really looking to figure out, what everybody can do. There should be no overtaking under the safety car. You have to stay, behind. So we're getting ready to get back on the way. I'll let you take it away.
And Sean is straight into the pits with the massive damage on his front wing. Nelsy Baby is trying to make a move on Failed UX, who's trying to defend down the inside, and he manages to keep the position for now. Out in the front, the CRG Kersey and TCR Seafreeze, who managed to rise up to 2nd position. So you've got 2 of the AlphaTauris running 1st and 2nd in this race so far, thanks to some incidents and some craziness on their safety car.
Yeah, host got Lion. He wants to make a move on Black Angel. He can't get that done. So that's okay. But under, safety car, and nobody has DRS going down back into it. But everybody's on the harder compound tires. We have hard tires trying to really look at it. Ike is on the soft tire, so he's probably going to have to make another stop. I don't think he can take it 15 laps around this track. That's just way too many heavy braking zones and way too many high-speed turns to be able to maintain your soft tires. Really interested to see how Sequit uses the medium tires, and looks like W has now retired from the race. It doesn't look like it's going to bring out a safety car, as he looks like he can get off the track as he retired. But yeah, going to be really interesting to watch the rest of this race. Again, I'm looking at Nelsy as the driver of the day already, moving up 13 spots up into 4th place, starting with those medium tires, going on the hards. He probably has the fresher hard tires out there right now, and there's no problem with him taking the rest of 15 laps.
And Nelsy Baby is still very, very close to Failed UX. They're trying to close in that gap. He's going to go for the move now into turn 1, and he's going to make it stick. Let's see if he can keep that position. Failed UX is not going to defend it too much. He's just going to stick to the back of him. And there goes Nelsy Baby up into 3rd place, doing a very, very impressive job here today. Already off the start, and he's up into the podium positions. We've got another yellow flag in Sector 1 there. It looks like End of the World is having a little bit of an issue there, but Failed UX and Nelsy Baby still very, very close behind each other. These 2 are going to take it until the very end. Kersey has got 0.8 of a second on Seafreeze at the moment. Nelsy Baby is 1.5 seconds behind them, but Skywalker 007 is very close to the back of Failed UX, and he's still going to be trying to contend here for those podium positions. He did pit a little bit earlier than the rest of the grid here, but he's on the same pitting strategy as Kersey and Seafreeze, so he can definitely try and contest for the podium later on. Go-to guy in 6th run now and doing a very good job. KGB Black Angel behind them. GTR Lion. Oh, and we've got Tasmanian Devil there closing up right to the back of GTR Lion.
Yeah, it was not behind him. Sequit and Fike were both really battling to try to get past Football Fish. That's a good battle going on. But yeah, we're going to stick with Tasmanian Devil at the moment. Yeah, looking at the tire strategies and what they've done, hopefully they can make that happen as DRS is now available. Yeah, and another thing I was trying to think about was that last pass that Nelsie did on Failed. Like, Failed decided he wanted to stick with his line on the outside. The best thing you can do if somebody is really going to contest you and get the DRS is park the car in the middle of the track, especially on a big long straight like that, and make them decide, and then you react how you go into the turn. So if they go to the outside,
there's more contact. Nelsie Baby and Failed UX make contact. Failed UX has now dropped a couple of positions down. Now he's under pressure from 007 Skywalker. Nelsie Baby was trying to make a move there, and Failed UX just sort of
Skywalker more than anything.
Yeah, he sort of moved right across him and almost spun him out. So that was very interesting there.
Yeah, now we've got this big, huge group of battle between third place and all the way back to 8th place, 9th place even. So what a great race we have had. Everybody's nice and close. I mean, Kersey and TCR Prees have kind of pulled away. We're going to see these AlphaTauris just run their game, whatever they need to do. I'm not sure if there's a big constructors or championship points that available, but these two guys just need to talk to each other and make sure they collaborate with each other. Nelsie, of course, in 2nd place right now, but it looks like those medium tires, those hard tires of his, he put them on before the safety car, so he's been wearing them a little bit more than everybody else, and now he's got somebody maybe on even softer tires, even the same type of tire, but a little bit fresher. It looks like Sequit just lost his position. Tasmanian Devil as they're coming down the back straight, but I mean, there's 15 cars in that line on lap 17 coming down the front straight.
And Failed UX on the DRS behind Nelsie Baby, getting a beautiful run down into turn 4. He's gonna make it stick on this one. He makes his braking zone a little bit too late there, running a little bit wide on the exit, but he does manage to keep the position up into 3rd place again. Failed UX now into the podium positions, and Nelsie down into 4th. We've got a yellow flag in sector 1. It looks like a McLaren has spun out. I think that is the Masso. And now more battling at the back. 007 and KGB Black Angel side by side, and KGB Black Angel moves up into 6th position and now trying to make a move up on Go-To Guy as well, and behind them the two Mercedes of Tasmanian Devil and Sequit are quickly closing in on this huge train in the mid pack here. This train is going all the way from Nelsie, Go-To Guy, KGB Black Angel, 007, lots of people battling for position, all the way up to 4th place. So this race is still up for grabs for anyone in this grid, and especially in this train. Kersey is not even outside of the DRS zone of Seafreeze yet, so Seafreeze is doing a very good job of sticking behind his teammate. I'm not sure if there's gonna be racing there towards the end of the race. If they're going to be willing to give up position to each other, that's going to be one thing to watch towards the end of this race. Now, his Go-To Guy, is he going to go for a move on Nelsie Baby? He thinks about it, but then he runs wide, and now he's going to be under attack from Sequit, who's now very close behind Go-To Guy. Let's see if he's going to be able to make a move now down into turn 4 with the DRS open, trying to go for the outside and then making a switch back to the inside, doing a beautiful move there. Sequit, what a great job. Up into 5th place he goes.
Oh yeah, what a great racing that we've seen here. I mean, just coming down the straights there and getting ready to go through the 1st sector. You've got guys going 2, 3 wide, going into turn 1, everybody being nice, collective, and responsible, and keeping their, it looks like somebody who really started, got on the brakes way too early, locked up a little bit, and had to give room past him. Yeah, looking at 007 Skywalker, looks like he's losing time. Now his teammate is right behind him. That Mercedes of Tasmanian Devil and Sequit look like they were trying to work together a little bit now. Now they're pinched right in the middle. They've got the Alfa Romeo Go-To Guy. We know how fast he is. Still looking at Nelsie sitting in 4th place. He might be holding on to these hard tires as much as he can and make a move on somebody like Failed. Who maybe, I don't know how they're going to work out. I have no idea what is going to happen with this race. But I mean, right now, I'm looking at Sequit, I'm looking at Tasmanian Devil on this Mercedes with the soft tires.
There goes Sequit. There goes Secret, a move on Nelzy down into turn 1. Doesn't even have to wait until turn 1. He is through into 4th place. Nelzy's quickly losing positions on that hard tire. Doesn't seem to be working too well for him, as Tasmanian Devil and Go-To Guy are still battling between the two of them as well. Such close racing going on here. Let's remind ourselves at the front as well, Kersey and Seafreeze, the two AlphaTauris, are leading the pack right now. They were not out in the lead of this race, but thanks to some incidents in the safety car, they have been able to play that to their advantage and rise up through the positions, and up into 1st and 2nd they went. So they are holding a pretty good gap on Failed in 3rd position right now of 5.2 seconds, almost 5.3 seconds. And then we've got this big train of cars all the way from Sequid down to FYKV and GTR Lion, who are all running within the DRS zone of each other, DRSing each other down the straights and then trying to catch up. There goes KGB Black Angel as well, trying to catch up to Go-To Guy now, and FYKV trying to catch up to 007 Skywalker. So many people have been locked into battles here. Pretty much it looks like throughout the whole race. We've got a yellow flag in Sector 2. Is that Chatty Duck? It is Chatty Duck. He's had a spin. I'm not sure exactly how that happened. There doesn't seem to be any damage on his wing, but he's had a spin in the exit of turn 3.
Yeah, well, I mean, he probably spun up there in turns 5, 6 area, 7 area. What happens is you usually come in there, you try to come in a little bit hot on one of those curves, and you take a little bit too much curve, and you can actually lose the ribbon and just come right around, especially exiting, getting down into turn 8, so coming out of turn 7. That's probably where he lost it, so not sure how that happened. I wasn't on board with it. But yeah, looking at this chain, it looks like Failed, XUX, and Sequid are going at it. Sequid had the inside line there in that Mercedes, but Failed is not going to give up, even though Sequid does have the softer tires. I do believe Tasmanian Devil on those medium tires is going to try to make a good move here on Nelsie just here in the future, but Failed is really pushing those hard tires as hard as he can to get something going on. But yeah, we still have a great battle going on between all the way down from between 3rd place to 13th place, 12th place. What a great line of cars we have going on. I can't keep up with it. It's just happening too fast.
Flip-Flop Fish there trying to close in the gap on GTR Lion, and Flip-Flop Fish did a hugely impressive job last year in Gold Class. He came about, I think, halfway through the season, and by that moment, Failed UX was pretty much your guaranteed champion. He did end up winning that championship with a great performance. Oh my goodness, Flip-Flop Fish almost losing the car there as I was talking about him. That's an instant commentator curse, but yeah, Flip-Flop Fish, he was doing a huge job in Gold Class. He only lost the championship by 4 points after only coming into the championship halfway through the season, and now only running in 11th place in round 1 here. But you don't win a season in round 1. So, just finish the race, get some good points, and you have another 15 rounds here to get back up onto that championship contention and get that cup. This is season 10, this is round 1, and we are with the Platinum class. Just for those of you who are joining us now, it's been one hell of a crazy race so far, and we still have 8 more laps to go. We're on lap of 21 of 29, and I'm just watching back again on this train of cars that we've got battling all the way up to Nelzy Baby for 5th, 6th, 7th position, and all the way down to Flip-Flop Fish in 11th. It's been a very close battle, and it's not over yet.
Yeah, I gotta give a huge shout out to the AlphaTauris of Kersey and Seafreeze at the moment. What they have done, I mean, they've 3 or 4 seconds ahead. They've pushed it up to 7 seconds. Now they're down to a little bit under 7 seconds behind Sequid. So I'm not sure if these medium tires of these 2 Mercedes are going to pay off here over the next 6 or 7 laps. Will they be able to close that gap? Will they be able to work together? But I mean, the teamwork of the AlphaTauris right now between Kersey and Sequid, they have done a fantastic job. It looks like Tasmanian Devil want to go around the outside into turn 1, but he's going to have the inside line into turn 2 and should still get DRS on Nelsie here as they want to make their way down to turn 4. Really going to slide out the outside. He's definitely going to get that move done, I do believe. So that puts Taz and Sequid in 3rd and 5th. Half-heartedly. and so they've got Alfa Romeo splitting them at the moment. Let's see if Tasmanian Devil can put the turbos on and maybe catch up to his teammate in third place and have these Mercedes make a run at the AlphaTauris in first and second.
007 Skywalker as well, still very, very close to the back of KGB Black Angel. Oh, go-to guy going wide there through turn 10, and that's going to give a closer run to KGB Black Angel into the DRS zone. This back DRS zone, it's not really enough to overtake, but it is enough to close in that gap so you can build yourself a good opportunity for an overtake later on the start-finish straight with that longer DRS zone down there. I'm watching our drivers, and I've been watching a lot of onboard drivers, and I gotta say, our drivers tonight have been doing a great job of staying within those track limits that we've set out for them. I've seen a couple of people taking, you know, a couple of wheels onto those red and white curbs, but haven't seen anybody taking full advantage of it or, you know, trying to cut any corners. I think it's a great job that they're doing here tonight overall. And here, KGB Black Angel, he's got a good run and go-to guy. He's gonna go for the outside into turn 1, not close enough in particular on that one, but go-to guy locks up and goes a little bit wide. KGB Black Angel now does try to go for the switchback. He's got another DRS zone. He's got a very good run up the hill, and there he goes into 7th place. But go-to guy is going to try and fight around the outside. He's trying to go side by side with them. They're still side by side. They're trying to avoid contact. They're doing a pretty good job of it, but there goes KGB Black Angel up into 7th place for now. But go-to guy is still right on the back of him, and he goes for the dive down into turn 8 now. Doesn't quite work for him there, and he's going to have to try and fight for another one. But 007 now is only within a couple of tenths behind go-to guy.
Yeah, I think that really helped 007 there, as they're both going to get the DRS now on a KGB Black Angel. Still 1 second behind, so KGB's not going to get it. And like you said, coming down that back straight between turns 10 and 11, really hard to make a move, but if you can gain a 10th there, that's going to be really impressive. Still looking at the two guys up front, the CRG Kersey, TCR Seafreeze, and those AlphaTauris doing a great job. They've now increased the gap to 7.5 seconds. It looks like Fail is not, he's not getting away from Sequid. Sequid is not pulling away from him, while Taz is now 2 seconds back. So I thought maybe the Mercedes could make a run at it with the soft tire compound, but I think those are kind of running out, and now it's going to backfire, because it looks like Nelsie on those hard tires is now going to be in a much better shape to continue on these last 5 laps instead of those medium tires that Sequid.
Go-to guy down the inside into turn 1 on Black Angel. Let's see if it's going to work out for him now, and he's back up into 7th place, but now behind him, oh, he's actually got the DRS as well, and 007 is going to try and make a move on KGB Black Angel into turn 8. They go, and, oh, sorry, turn 4 they go, and they're still side by side, but there goes Skywalker, 007 up into 8th place, and KGB Black Angel has just lost out on a couple of places after gaining a place on go-to guy. So I think this is starting to point out to us that these particular hard tires, it's all about your racecraft on them, how you manage the pressure, I mean the temperatures, and how you manage your pace on them. You gotta push on them. You can get some pace, but you can't push them too hard.
I have to agree, especially with 5 laps to go. It looks like we're going to see a lot more of that, especially with these 3 guys that are battling really close right now. I think we're going to see a flip-flop between them. Not flip-flop-ish, but I mean them two going back and forth between lap to lap to lap. Well, one passes the other, the 2 people are battling, one gets away, then one pulls close, and then, yeah, I think we're just continue to see that over the next 4 or 5 laps around this Bahrain Grand Prix here at TCR Platinum Class tonight. What a great race we have had. Fantastic drivers around here. Failed is still trying to get on the podium behind Sequid. Taz is not catching up, but Nelsie, his hard tires look like he wants to make a move eventually here on Taz, maybe to set it up for it, but we still can't take away our eyes from this battle for 7th, 8th, and 9th.
It's been very close all night long. We're now on lap 25 of 29. Only 4 more laps to go here. So if people want to make their moves, this is going to be their time right now. You really got to push for everything you got, but don't push too hard, because we've seen some people crash out of this race. We've seen some people spin out and have some moments and lose positions, and that definitely doesn't help out. But you are absolutely correct. The 2 AlphaTauris out in front, Kurji and Seafreeze, doing an absolutely amazing job. They're just keeping within a second of each other. They're pulling out about half a second a lap, or about 3/10 a lap every single lap on Sequid. They're They're already 8.1 seconds ahead of him. Failed UX is not letting up on Sequid though. He's right there. He's within 0.4 of a second. They're on different tire compounds. Sequid pitted for the medium tire, as where Failed pitted for the hard tire. We've got somebody, end of the world, unfortunately has retired from the race.
That's gonna bring in a safety car. Oh my god!
And it's a safety car. Wow. End of the world.
That's gonna change everything.
Had a little bit of a moment there on the exit of turn 8 and spun out the car and hit the barrier on the outside and has retired from the race. Sequid is going to be the first one to dive into the pits. I think Seafreeze and Kersey could not because of when the safety car came out, so they're going to have to continue on those hard tires. They're going to have to complete this race on it, but we're only going to do a couple of laps of safety car. It's lap 26.
Yeah, so safety car has to come in right at the beginning of lap 28. Then we got to get lap 28 and lap 29 done. So it's going to be really interesting. Who's going to pit? Who's going to sacrifice? I really think position at the moment really outweighs tires, and you really need to stay out there. But you're going to see a lot of these guys come out with soft tires now. If they have another set available, that they can definitely run for a couple laps. So this is going to be a real interesting to the end of the race. Probably not best for the leaders at this moment, since they've been on those hard tires for so long. I do have to give a big shout out to Kersey and Seafreeze and what they've done. What they have been doing is Seafreeze has kept within 1 second, and he has gained his time in the straights under DRS, but obviously he's losing the time in the beginning of Sector 2 and then the beginning of Sector 3 or the end of Sector 2, where it's nice and twisty turny. So he's been in the what is this called, dirty air, but then using the ability to stay within 1 second in the straights and keep up in the slipstream. But yeah, this has definitely changed everything right now. This is going to put the pressure on those two AlphaTauris of Kersey and Seafreeze.
Oh yeah.
Failed, Tasmanian Devil, and Nelsie really want to make a move near the end of this race.
And all of those guys, they got picked up by the safety car on the same lap, so they didn't even get the chance to, you know, go around on their Delta and then try to pit for some different tires. So just a quick recap here and give you the sit rep. It is Kersey and Seafreeze. The two AlphaTauris were way ahead of everyone, 8 seconds clear before that safety car came out in first and second. So now they have to stay out there and try to defend their position on those old hard tires. So is Failed UX in third position. Tasmanian Devil could not pit either, so he's staying out there on his old medium tires. Nailsy Baby in fifth is staying out on the hard tire. Sean in sixth position, staying out there on the medium tire. And then we've got Sequid, Go-To Guy, 007, KGB, Flip Flop Fish, GTR Lion, the Masso, Fike, Chatty Duck. All of them have pitted under the safety car. All of them have fitted that soft tire. We are on lap 27 of only 29 laps, and that safety car came out at the end of or at the starting of the lap 26. So Kersey and Seafreeze were just past the line as Enda spun out at the end of the, or in the middle of the second sector there, and pulled out that safety car. This has now changed the race dramatically. Sequid, who had a massive start, a great first half of the race until he had an incident and put himself all the way back of the grid, is now in seventh on a brand new set of soft tires. And if he has the sort of pace that he had at the start of this race, he might be able to bounce back a few more positions, maybe even onto that podium. I know it's definitely hard to keep those tires when they're old, those hard tires and those medium tires. It's hard to keep them effective when you get a late safety car and you have to keep them warm and working. So, honestly, I don't know which way this is going to swing. I just want to say again, massive thanks to everybody who's been watching so far. The comments have been rolling in as well. Some people are, really applauding us on the commentary, so I really want to thank same TJ for the great commentary compliments. We love doing this, and this has been one hell of a Grand Prix to commentate on. I mean, our work has been cut out for us by these drivers. They've been doing such an absolutely amazing job here tonight. And I think, if the safety car will be coming out on this lap, which it is, we're gonna have 2 laps of racing here to go. Fabregas, what do you think is going to happen? Who is going to take it?
TCR's got to come in. I'm really looking at Sequid here. If he can get a good launch and a good start here, looks like he really did. He's put some pace in between on those soft tires. I think he has a good shot at maybe even getting a podium here. Depends on how these guys want to maintain their tires, and if they did. Of course, DRS is going to be disabled for the rest of the race, so it's all on the slipstream and staying out of dirty air. Because we do have a couple moves going on with
Tasmanian Devil is making a move there on Failed and is moving up into third position now. He's up onto the podium. Behind him, there's Nelzy fighting it out with Sequid, who's up trying to make his way up into fifth now. He was in seventh at the end of the safety car, so he is really making a run for it now. It's all or nothing with a couple of laps to go here. Oh my goodness, they're almost losing the car under braking, touching the back of Failed UX. He's trying to make his move. He's up into fourth position now. He's on the run here to try and take it away from the two AlphaTauris, but the two AlphaTauris, oh my goodness, there's contact there in the back. Sean ran right into the back of Failed UX, and he's lost a couple of pieces of his front wing. There was some massive contact there.
Yeah, I think KGB Black Angel lost the most out of that. Flip-Flop Fish probably gained the most out of that. But we've seen Nelson and Failed UX already lose a couple spots here. Sequid on those soft tires trying to put the pressure on his teammate and get that podium. A couple extra points there. He cannot take that away. But both of them, they need to not hurt each other. Would probably be the most important thing.
Damaso has crashed and
try to catch up with the leaders.
Damaso has crashed at the starting of the third sector there. I think he spun out at the exit of turn 13. Here goes Sequid for a move on his teammate, on Tasmanian Devil, down the start-finish straight. It looks like Tasmanian Devil has good straight line speed. We don't have DRS, of course, because we just had a safety car. They make contact. The two teammates, the two Mercedes, make a little bit of contact through turn 1, but it looks like Sequid is up onto the third step of the podium.
Yeah, those soft tires are just going to run him really, really well in this race. Same thing with Go2 got on this lap. He's going to try to make a move on the outside of turn 3 here on the Nelson. If Nelson can maintain a top 5 position here, I think that he should get driver of the day. Oh, there's a little bit of contact at the rear end there. His tires are obviously going to be capable, but it looks like Go2 guy is going to have the medium, the better advantage going down into turn 6, 7, and 8 here. So probably well done by him. I don't think that he left Nelson enough room there. But still got to go up to the top here. Sequid still thinking about making a move on Seafreeze. I'm assuming that he's going to try to.
We're on the last lap. This is it. This is lap 29. So if Sequid wants to make a move, I really don't know where he's going to have an opportunity to do that. He needs to get a really good run here. Out of turn 13, Seafreeze locks up a little bit under braking. Sequid does a little bit of go wide, and then he almost loses the car there. I don't think he's going to have any more chances there. This is going to be it. Kersey is going to come across the line here in just a moment, and I think he's going to do everything we would have expected him to do. He's going to be the winner of the first round here. He does have a 5-second penalty, though, that he didn't serve. Seafreeze is on the front step. He's going to be the winner. Sequid is going to be in second. After all of the perils that he's had in this race, Tasmanian Devil is going to be on the third step. Go-To Guy in fourth. Kersey is dropping down all the way to 5th place because of an unserved 5-second penalty.
He's speeding in the pit lane. I guess that's got to be it, or unless there's some sort of contact that he had that I never saw about it. But yeah, Nelson, driver of the day, couldn't take that away from him. And him moving up, 14, 15 positions there, starting near the back. So well done by him. But yeah, now we look at it, we've got 2 Mercedes on the podium.
Oh my goodness.
What a great race.
He took that race due to a penalty, but he fully deserved it. He and his teammate were way ahead of everyone before that safety car came out, and without that safety car, I think this result would have been completely different. Seafreeze on the top step here in round 1 in Platinum class in season 10 of TCR. What an incredible race. I honestly cannot believe that race. It was just everything we could have asked for. Seafreeze on the top step. Sequid takes a podium, 2nd place, even after everything that he had to deal with in this race. Tasmanian Devil starting in 8th, jumping to 3rd. Go-To Guy in 4th. Kersey dropping down to 5th place, even though he finished 1st due to a 5-second penalty. Nailsy Baby in 6th. Flip-Flop Fish in 7th. Failed UX in 8th. Skywalker 007 in 9th. Chatty Duck in 10th, taking that last point. GDR Lion in 11th. KGB Black Angel in 12th. Fike in 13th. Sean in 14th. Damaso in 15th. End of the World did not finish. W did not finish. TCR, Breezy, and Fatal unfortunately did not finish. Oh my goodness. I
Yeah,
honestly cannot believe that.
yeah, fantastic race it was. Who finished second and third there? It was Tasmanian Devil and Sequit,
Sequin.
right?
Yep, absolutely. So get them invited into our post-race commentary, post-race interviews. We're gonna talk to them, and oh my god, I'm so breathless. I'm out of words after that one. We had close battling from start to finish. We had a couple of safety cars that came out at very, very opportunistic moments. They really brought out complete changes to the whole race, and they just changed everything around. I really don't even know how else to describe this race. With everything that we've seen, a couple of incidents, a couple of crashes, we had people losing their cars and spinning out, and all kinds of different strategy changes had to be made on the fly for all of our drivers here. And at the end of it all, it's this man that is just joining us here tonight right now. Seafreeze on the top step due to a penalty, but either way, you fully deserve that win here tonight. You and your teammate did an incredible job. You guys were way ahead of everyone, about 8.5 seconds clear before that safety car came out. Just tell me about your emotions and your feelings right now, because it must feel absolutely incredible after that race.
Welcome to Season 10, everybody. Oh man, I don't know. I don't even... To be honest, I'm not gonna celebrate yet because I don't know what the stewards are gonna say. I don't know what happened with Kersey and Sheeny Boy. There's a lot of incidents today. Although I knew he had a penalty, I didn't have enough to really get by him. But it's basically in the hands of the stewards. So first, second, I'll take it. But. Good result. I mean, I don't know really what happened in the safety car. I know they were both kind of alongside, so either way, I think to be honest, it's in both parties' interest not to make contact. So
yeah,
we'll
great
let the
job.
stewards decide. But yeah, good race. My expectations coming in was I felt on Monday I was like 6th. Like I don't even think I could do better than that, and the pace kept coming. But yeah, so I'm happy with the podium. At least if it's a win, for sure I'll take it. If not, I'll take second. But good opening round.
And also just wanted to ask another thing there. There was one pivotal moment really towards the end of the race when that second safety car came out. I noticed that you were just past the pit lane pretty much, so you could not take that chance to pit. What were your feelings? What was going through your mind at that particular moment, knowing that you're going to have to stay out there on the track for a few more laps under safety car and then for a couple of laps of racing on an older, used set of hard tires?
What, for the last safety car?
Exactly, yeah, right after the last one.
Yeah, no, I wasn't going to pit. Track position's way too important. I've done it the other way and it just doesn't work out, so I'd rather lose it. But yeah, I was going to stay out no matter what. Because we only had 2 laps at that point, so no DRS, I might as well take the chance.
I definitely want to touch on that with you and the other AlphaTauri. You guys were Kersey. You guys were really doing really well. Had pulled away, but I wanted to ask Sequit what he was thinking about when that last safety car came out, and then you were able to put on those soft tires and make a run from 7th to a podium position right there with 2 laps left. What were you thinking about when that safety car came out?
Get on the soft tires. I mean, I had a little incident earlier in the race that put me down into last. Then I went from last to 6th, 5th or whatever. Then I got to 3rd. Then I realized when the safety car came out, I saw the 2 alphas. They passed the pit lane, and I was like, you know what? Screw it. I can go for a soft tire run. And I actually worked out. Went to turn 1, gained 3 positions, fought my teammate, and who actually should be the driver of the day for me, because he told me the strategy, you know, he helped me through it and stuff, and because of him is where I'm at right now, especially after having that little accident. So, you know, shamed that I couldn't get the win. I was half a tenth off of it just in case Kersey does keep his penalty, but I mean, I'm happy with the result today, and got my 2nd pole in platinum, which is nice. So.
Well, I was also thinking about that as your teammate Taz. Hopefully he's sitting here with us. I was thinking about, you know, the 2 AlphaTauris were pulling away there at the end of the race before that last safety car. But you and Taz in those Mercedes, were y'all trying to compare and get some team orders together there near the end of the race? Because y'all were sitting like third and fifth and fourth and sixth at one time together, like, split by just an Alfa Romeo there. Taz, what are your thoughts on that?
Yeah, so when the second safety car came out, I had a really good feeling that the mediums would be able to make it to the end, and that we'd be able to use the pace advantage to get past quite a few cars because we were out of track position after some contact early in the race, giving both of us damage. And it worked out really well. We pretty much cut through the field, and midway through I started to struggle a bit, so we decided to let Secret through, and obviously it was the right choice because he got up into fourth. And then when the second safety car came out, he pit for softs, which I also wanted to do, but the double stack would just cost me too much time, so I decided to stay up. And yeah, I mean, everything worked out quite well. I got up into P3, he got up to second and nearly won the race, so yeah, great.
Yeah, and you both got hurt at the beginning of the race. There was one time between, the first 5 or 6 laps that both of y'all had already pit and were down to, 16th, 17th place.
No, that wasn't why I got down to 16th place. I was actually in the lead struggling because I know Kersey is a lot better on me than in pace during the race. But I actually had an incident with one of the Ferraris, which I cleared up already. It was something small, but then Fatal lost it through the long right-hander. And I'm surprised that my wheel didn't fall off. He didn't ghost through the middle of the track, and
we caught it on the stream, and it was pretty crazy. He had a spin, and then his car just sort of spun back onto the track, and just as we caught it on the stream, I saw yourself and the Ferrari trying to go on each side of it, and unfortunately it didn't quite work out for either one of you guys. Funnily enough, I'll tell you, Fatal did not have any damage from that incident.
Wow.
But because he dropped to the back of the grid, I'm guessing he decided to go to the pits and retire. His car, as AI, came back onto the track after, and we were actually worried that it will bring out a safety car. So it could have gone in any other way here tonight, but I just want to touch on something with you, Sequit. Last season, you joined, well, I mean, not joined, but you finished in P12 overall, and you only had the one podium in third in Baku, so you're already improving on that here today in round 1. What are your sort of thoughts for the rest of season 10? What can we expect to see from yourself and from the Mercedes team?
Well, from the Mercedes team, me and Taz have a plan. We're trying to keep up with the Alphas, because Kersey and Freeze, even though Freeze is struggling a little bit, it's not struggling a lot. Kersey is definitely going to be the one that I have to look out for. As a team, we're just trying to be P2 in the championship, maybe even P1. That's our goal right now. For me, last season was really bad in terms of the way I was talking and stuff, that I was going to be quick and everything, and then, I just wasn't. So this season, I'm really taking it seriously. I've always wanted no line. I got no line, and for me, just top 5 in the championship is my ultimate goal. I'm just gonna try to see if I can pick up as many podiums and poles as I can, because I do have the quality pace over Kersey. It's just our race pace is left.
And Tasmanian, you're a rookie to this Platinum class in TCR, but it doesn't look like you're any rookie to racing from tonight's result and from your performance here tonight. Your just overall thoughts on the race, and just want to hear your opinion on the competitiveness of this Platinum class grid. What do you think we can expect from you for this season as well?
In terms of expectations, really, I'm just looking to score consistent points. And improve on qualifying. That's been a real weakness of me for quite a while now. So, given how competitive this league is and just how close everyone is, I think I'll really be able to nail that down, because I think it was like 3/10 between like 8 people, which is insane. And I messed up on my last qualifying run, and that cost me dearly, both in track position, and then with my race start, it was pretty poor. Dropped down to P11, I think. So, and then, yeah, with expectations as a team, with Sequit, his pace and results have really improved from F1 2019 to F1 2020. So I'll be doing my best to try and support him and get the best results possible.
Great job here tonight, guys. Again, just wanted to say that. Fabregas, any more questions?
Yeah, Seafreeze, 3-time TCR champion, first place here in Bahrain. How does it feel to start on such a great foot?
I still don't know. I think it's going to come down to the stewards, but like I said, a good result. Put a lot of practice in, got some new pedals a week ago, so this is my least favorite and worst track. This track sucks so bad. I did not enjoy one bit this whole week, so and I don't like China that much either, so I'm looking forward to Japan. It's a long season. You gotta be, it's a long season. It's a tough calendar. You got the three cool events that are a little bit different in the format. A lot of new drivers, very competitive, so it's really going to be who can do it the most consistently throughout. So I'm not going to be stressing myself out over another championship, but like I said, if the opportunity presents itself, we take it.
Well, congratulations again to all of our podium finishers, all of our drivers here tonight in Platinum Class. You guys have done an amazing job here to deliver a very exciting race for us to watch. Fabregas, you want to ask any more questions, or do we want to sign off?
No, absolutely. Ready to sign off. Congratulations to the 3 drivers we're talking about. Seafreeze, Sequit, and Tasmanian Devil. Great drive with you guys today. Maybe not in that particular order. We'll see how the stewards take it, but it was absolute pleasure for me to be on board with this and see such fantastic racing. It's, again, my pleasure as always, and it was an honor to be a part of it.
Yeah, and thank you again, Fabregas, for joining us here tonight. It's been an honor and a pleasure to commentate with you. We always have a very fun time here in the commentary booth, and tonight was a race to remember, definitely, and a very great opening round for Platinum Class. Also a very exciting way to end off this first week of Season 10 in TCR Trinity Competitive Racing. It has been one hell of a front opening week here. Silver, Gold, and Platinum were all extremely close at the end of it. It all came down to really the last few laps here tonight, just like it did last night in Gold as well. We saw some great battles. We saw a few incidents. If you guys missed out on any of it, definitely go back and rewatch it. Leave us a like if you enjoyed it. I want to send out a huge thank you to everyone who tuned into this stream, everybody who's been watching and sending in your comments. You guys are absolutely awesome. Keep up the support. Let us know what else you guys want to see. We're going to be trying to release some more content this season around as well. We're going to try and do a highlights video that will come out at the end of the week to showcase some of the best moments of all of the classes from the first round here. We're also going to be explaining the track limits again for the next Grand Prix as well in China. We are going to be running these regular rules again for one more round in the next Grand Prix, and so far I think it's worked out very well. It's given us a much more competitive grid, and we don't have to count on penalties to decide the end results for us. It did unfortunately affect the result here today, but we're gonna see how that possibly will get turned around after the stewards take a look at that. So thanks again to everybody who's been watching. Join us again next week on Tuesday for round 2 of season 10, with starting off with silver class, and we're gonna have some commentary on that for you as well. We're not sure on the team yet, but I'm sure we're gonna get some great team together. Also, huge thank you to all the officials, all the stewards, all of our drivers here tonight, and everybody who works to make this league happen. And also huge thank you to our affiliate sponsor, Fanatec. Check out the link in the description, and you guys can support the league by getting some great equipment for your rig. So thanks everyone, have yourself a great night, and signing off here, it's BLIN-MACHINE and Fabregas from this night of amazing racing here at Bahrain. We will see you next week on Tuesday. Have a great night and stay safe, everyone.